Hey there, Sagittarius. Welcome to my channel, TWINfinite Divinity Tarot. I hope you're all well. Happy New Year to you all. I'm going to pull from this dragon. I'm going to pull from the Dragon Oracle just because this is going to be the year of the dragon. Get an overview of what this new year is going to offer. Okay. I've got home. Home doesn't necessarily mean the four walls that surround you. It's about where your soul feels at peace, where your soul feels its home, safe, comfort, like a warm blanket on a cold day or a fire. Home is hearth, and the dragon is red, so it's all about that spark within oneself, right? I'm going to be doing a subscriber surprise. That is hard for me to wrap my lips around, but if you'd like to be entered, just stay till the end or fast forward to the end to see how you can be entered, right? Okay, so I'm going to pull a tarot for the first 3 months, see what's going on from January to March for you, anything you need to be looking out for. We have got the High Priestess for January. Okay, we've got the Two of Wands for February and the Tower for March. Okay, so I'm going to get clarifiers in a second, but I'm going to kind of go over this. The High Priestess. For me, this is all about renewing that connection to spirit, an increase into intuition. The High Priestess knows a lot of things, but she's got a lot of secrets too, because some people just aren't able to see things the way that she does, because she sees from an ethereal realm and most people are very 3D. So this is about you getting in touch with spirit again. Now, in February, you come to a crossroads. I wouldn't worry too much though, because you see this giraffe here is carrying this woman out. There could be something that spirit is guiding you to do, and you might come to where you have to make a choice to leave something behind in order to move forward. But we'll get more information. Now in March we have the Tower, and I know a lot of people get scared by towers, but if you really think about it, the towers happen because we're not building things on a firm foundation. We're building them on some kind of false narrative. Towers can indicate shock or surprise. They don't always have to be bad. Towers they come in to shake things up a little bit, because sometimes it takes something like that to happen in order for us to move out of a place of comfort or a place of stagnancy. And I know Sagittarius are a fire sign, so fire is all about your nature, but sometimes the decisions, like for a Sagittarius, shall align with the Knight of Wands, and sometimes it can be a little reckless, not thought out, no plan in place. So what may seem like something good in the moment is not as good as it seems, right? And then you have to have it fall, but we'll get more information. Let's see, High Priestess. Okay, what else? Okay. Now, the High Priestess. Like I said, she knows a lot, but doesn't say a lot. Now, there could be somebody around you that's in the Seven of Swords energy, right? The Seven of Swords can be indicative of somebody that's lying, cheating, stealing, but it doesn't have to be. The Seven of Swords can be our own thoughts, doing things because we think it's necessary, for the greater good. And sometimes it puts us in a place of like block, because we're not moving according to what we truly believe. We're moving because we think, like, it's almost like sugarcoating something, right? Sugarcoating the truth, or a white lie. Like, we will say something just to keep the peace, but at the same time, we're stifling in our ability to speak the truth. So I think you're coming to terms with something that you've been doing up until this point that intuitively you may know hasn't been the best for you. And it shows you moving out of that. Now, this could have to do with love, because I have the Ace of Cups and the Six of Cups, right? This could be somebody coming back from your past, somebody that you have a lot of love for. But intuitively, you feel that something's wrong here. Possibly, this could be somebody that, like I said, you try to appease them, you try to make them feel comfortable, or you try to be something that you're not in order to be loved by them, or something like that is coming to light, right? Something that hasn't been done in the most upright, right? Whether that just be you have a lot of fear surrounding it, a lot of fear to be authentic, or something like that. So the Two of Wands is clarified by the Justice card, the Queen of Pentacles, the Empress, and the Nine of Cups. Yeah, this is where the choice comes in with the Two of Wands. Staying in the old, where you're doing everything for everybody else, but sacrificing your own authenticity in order to do that. So this is you coming to terms with that and being like, in order to bring the balance, I'm going to have to be my true authentic self. Because the Empress and Queen of Pentacles don't worry about what anybody else has to say. They know how to bring life into situations. They know how to love themselves enough with the Nine of Cups to choose them when it comes down to it. Because at the end of the day, you're born in this world alone, you die alone most of the time, right? And so we're the most important things. And sometimes we sacrifice our own happiness to, like I said, appease other people, or to keep everybody else happy. And that's where that lie comes in with the Seven of Swords, is we're doing it with the best of intentions. We're trying to make everybody happy, but we're forsaking ourselves in the process. And that's the lie, is we use all of our resources to make others happy, and we empty our cup, and so we're left in a place of feeling not balanced. And so in order to restore the balance, we start to love ourselves more and don't tolerate things that no longer align with our true desires, right? And that could be why this tower is falling. Yeah, this is about the tower is clarified by the Queen of Cups, the Hermit, and the Four of Swords. There's some healing that needs to be done. If you're living in a Queen of Cups, yes, the Queen of Cups is loving, nurturing, caring. She gives everything, right? But at the same time, she gets very overwhelmed by emotions because she's not filling her own cup. She's busy filling everybody else's. And that's where the healing needs to come in. That's where the Hermit, you have to go back inside and figure out, what do you truly want? Who cares what everybody else thinks? What do you truly want? And don't tell me, oh, so-and-so or so-and-so. No, that person is not going to make you happy unless you can find the balance within yourself to be happy. And so the tower is falling so that you recognize that the most important thing, the most important piece in the journey is loving yourself enough to pull back some of your reserves and give it back to yourself, right? Because if you feel that you've built your life pleasing other people, or like to make other people happy, yes, that's a great thing to give to others. It's a great thing to love other people. But if you're not loving yourself, you're not loving in an authentic way. And so this is bringing us back to that place to where we can become emotionally balanced, where we can love ourselves and love others. But we learn to do it from a place of unconditional love. Like, I can love you from a distance. I can love you if you're wrong. I can love you if you're right. But either way, I'm going to love myself first. And if you interfere with that, then I'm just going to have to just let that tower fall, you know. And if you don't love me for who I am as a person, if I have to put on 5 different masks in order to keep you happy, then I no longer need to be here, right? So the next thing I'm going to do is pull from this dark mirror. And the dark mirror to me is all about looking at those shadows that we need to face in order to be complete. And the chariot, if you look at the chariot has a white horse and a black horse. And that's the yin and the yang, right? You can't have light without the dark, and you can't have dark without the light. And sometimes we try to live all in the light and then stuff down the dark, and our chariot never moves and we stay stagnant. So when we face our shadows and are able to transmute the pain and the power, the dark and the light, we're able to propel ourselves into a very abundant energy. And 2024 is an 8 year. And 8's about abundance. 8 is about that infinite loop of that flow of abundance. So if you haven't started manifesting, it's a great time to do it, because if any of your wishes can't come true, this is the year to get it. Because with being in the 8 year, right? But we have to do the work in order to bring that in. So let's see what kind of shadows we have here from a Sagittarius collective for 2024. Okay. Yeah. This is very much of what I was talking about. The first card to come out is Sacrifice. All the Sagittarius I know are beautiful, wonderful people. They will give their all for anybody, and they'll put themselves at risk even in order to make sure that other people are happy. And I think that over time, because you've sacrificed so much of yourself for the greater good, you've forgotten yourself along the way. You've forgotten to love yourself. You've forgotten to give to yourself. You've forgotten to face the things that actually have hurt you. And that's why it says blinded to pain, right? You may have gone through some pretty rough stuff. When the blinded to pain card shows up to me, that's a person that has gone through so much pain that it's become tolerable or comfortable. They don't even see it as pain anymore. They see it as what they're willing to do in order to love another person. It's basically like, I don't need to look at the pain. I'm doing the right thing by others. No, you're forgetting yourself along the way, right? And in order for us to attract a great love, a love that's going to overwhelm us, we in turn have to be able to receive it. And a lot of times we give so much away to everybody else that we forget the importance of being able to receive it back. Some people are really good at giving. I know I'm one of those people, like I can give to everybody, but when it comes to receiving, that's always been one of my biggest blockages. And I'm not sure where that comes from. I don't know how many of you face that, but it's basically because if you've seen the darkest of dark, you come to a place to where you never want another person to feel the pain that you felt. And so you do things for others, no matter who they are, because you want better for the world, right? But along the way, we get taken advantage of. People start to take from us, and we say it's okay. It's fine. I'm doing it for the greater good. In turn, though, it's telling the universe that, okay, I'm going to give you more people to give to. Instead of giving you people to receive from, right? People that are on the same vibration of where they are willing to give. But until you face the fact that up until this point, you've given way too much to people that don't deserve it, that's why the universe keeps giving it to you, because that's what you say is okay. But you have to draw the line in the sand and be like, yes, I'm a giver. Yes, I will give to you. But I also have to be able to take as well, right? And sometimes that's the hardest lesson. So I think the first 3 months are going to teach you this, right? And then it says playfulness. Getting back to the lighthearted fun in life, right? Maybe you've taken life way too serious. You've taken your love way too serious. Maybe you've forgotten to just enjoy the journey. Maybe you've forgotten that it doesn't matter the end goal, right? If when you get to the end goal, then what are you going to do, right? The main importance is learning to have fun in the moment, right? It's getting back to that place of showing your inner child that it's okay to have fun. It's okay to be happy. Clearing out all the shadows, showing your inner child that happiness is achievable. Healing those wounds so that way you can play and you can have fun. No matter where you're at, what you do, you can have fun doing it. And I know for me, I can have fun doing anything. Like, I love to have fun. And yes, there's times to be serious, but life really isn't that serious. I've got true love at the bottom. So there is a true love destined for you, but you have to get in alignment of it, right? I think for the longest time, you've been in this place of unrequited love. You felt that in order to make somebody love you, you have to do everything they want you to do, or you have to constantly do things that you don't feel right doing in order to please them. That's not love. Unconditional love is like, I'm going to love everybody the same. There's no difference, right? It's the love for a person no matter what they do. Good, bad, ugly, that's love. A lot of people get into the place of, oh, I hate them, I hate them, I hate them. I don't ever use the word hate. I don't even like that word. But I'm saying, like, somebody, like, you'll love somebody so much and then they'll do something and be like, I fucking hate them. Can't stand them. That's not unconditional love, right? It doesn't necessarily mean you have to tolerate them treating you poorly, right? You can love them from a distance, but the love doesn't change. A lot of people haven't been taught that unconditional love means you love a person through the good, the bad, the ugly, all of it, right? You don't have to do anything to get unconditional love. You just have to find a person that's in the place to be able to give unconditional love. A lot of people aren't, because of their wounds, because of their shadows, because they've learned either there's takers or there's givers, right? There's an opposite to what you are. There's takers. They learned that they have to take love. They have to force love. They have to control love. Givers feel they have to give it all away in order to be loved. Neither one of those are authentic love. Those aren't healed love. And once you get into a place of being able to heal these parts of yourself that feel that you either have to take love, control love, or constantly give something of yourself in order to get love, you'll be able to see that love is pretty easy, right? Once you're able to, because if you're a giver, you're not able to receive love. Takers aren't able to give love. It's about being able to do both, right? You have to give and receive. And this is the shadows, right? So I think, like I said, you're coming into the place of realizing that you don't have to give anything. You don't have to be anything but who you are in order to have somebody to love you. And if you have to prove yourself to somebody, That's not love, right? It's about getting into the place of knowing that the love that's meant for you, for your highest good, will come. But there's some things that need to be adjusted first. Your idea of love, your vision of love, what love means to you. You know, because a lot of people go into relationships in the first date. They're like, oh my gosh, I'm going to marry this person. And they overflow their emotions. They'll give this person everything. And then what happens? The representative goes away. And this person is not doing the things you thought they would do. They're not, they're not meeting your expectations of what you fantasized in your mind that they were capable of. And the one thing about humans is they'll always let you down, right? If you're constantly putting them in a box of they have to do this, this, and this in order for me to love them. No, they don't. Because change is a part of life. If a person stays good, if they go good, it's the same thing, right? It's all about the experience while you're in it. And if you put too many expectations, you're just setting yourself up for disappointment. So, then we've got honeymoon. It says, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. Now, this could mean literally that you're going to be going on a honeymoon with somebody, or this could be a trip with somebody. This could be, there's people in this boat, right? And what I'm thinking is, once you face the pains of all the times you've been hurt by others and heal them, you'll be coming to a place of, I can handle anything, it doesn't matter, I'm just going to go have fun with this person, right? I think that that's going to bring somebody towards you. I'm going to pull from the Lenormand, get a few more things. So I do see love coming for you, but you have to get in the vibration of receiving a great love. I think that because you're a giver, you may have felt that you have to heal people, you really don't, right? Once you get in this vibration, I see love coming in for you, but there's some things that need to be healed, and that's with anybody, right? We're never done healing. I've got the polar bear, and to me this is about strength, but the polar bear is also about comfort and home and being somebody coming in to provide you with security and stability, somebody that's strong. And this could be you doing this for yourself, finding that home like we talked about at the beginning, or finding somebody that you're just comfortable to be your authentic self with, right? Okay. So with the magnifying glass and this man here, to me, I think you've been looking in all the wrong places, right, for love. And that's why this unrequited love come up. And losing yourself. Once you find your true authentic self, you'll really be able to point out, where would I find this person that I want to be with? Where would I find them? Would I find them in a church? Would I find them on the street? Would I find them at Comic-Con or the park? Like, what is it you love to do when you're being authentic, when you're not trying to please everybody around you? Where do you go? Concerts? Museums? The zoo? I think that once you find yourself, you'll be able to find this love. But I think you've been looking in all the wrong places, because a part of you could be a healer. You could want to heal people, so you're drawing in people that need to be healed. But the main thing is, we cannot heal another person. A person has to want to be healed. And basically what empaths do is we show a mirror to these people, or show them ways to access healing. We show them the darkest parts of themselves in order for them to face it and heal it. But we can't make them heal. We can't do the work for them. A lot of people think, well, if I have this person, I'm going to be healed. If I have this, I'm going to be healed. If I have that, I'm going to be happy. But it's not that. It's finding that happiness within yourself, no matter what you have, being happy with who you are. and knowing that you show up every day authentically. Whether it be a bad day, a good day, whatever, you have to be authentic to that. Don't just tell everybody I'm fine if you're not. You know, that's the biggest lie most people say. It's like, all right, how are you today? Oh, I'm good. Because you don't want to put your stuff on somebody else, but that's basically putting a block in between you and somebody else because it's not honest, right? So then we have this. It's basically cutting out all of those ways and things, cutting out the pain that we've been tolerating, cutting out our idea of what love is or how to get to love, cutting it out and just living, right? Living who you are, loving yourself. What makes you happy? Do that, right? Cutting out anything that doesn't. Cutting out the need to obtain some outside validation in order to just live. Okay, so to close it out, I have these cards. We've got gratitude. Yes. Okay. Gratitude, being in a grateful mindset brings in more abundance. Everybody can wake up every day and give a list of 10 things they're grateful for. Right? No matter who they are. Whether it be you're breathing, you're healthy, whether you have family or not, if you have a car, a house, you're blessed. There's lots of things to be grateful for. So it's always in the moments that we're feeling the worst. Think of things that actually you can be thankful for and give thanks. Say it. I'm grateful for this. I'm grateful to have you in my life. I'm grateful for, because that's one thing I try to do even with this channel is to show people how greatly appreciated you are, because I couldn't do it without you, right? Just making sure to show your gratitude to others. Some people think that's simping or whatever they say, but it's actually the only way to build true, strong relationships, right? And then we've got realization. I think you're going to find your way. I think maybe you've been lost and you are like, well, I'm going to try this, I'm going to try that. You're kind of in a place of like with the Two of Wands, like, I don't know, right? But I think the door is going to open to you and you've got the key to open it. And I think the key to opening it is facing this darkness that you do hold. Because darkness comes from places of pain that we're not willing to face. Sometimes we see the good in people and we don't look at their dark side, right? We sugarcoat things to make them be okay. This is about embracing the dark, right? There'd be no light without it. This is what gets that chariot moving, is really looking at the places within ourselves that are dark. Everybody has them. It's those shadows. And once you can look at them and be okay with that, right? Because like for me, there's nothing that somebody could say about me that I haven't faced within myself already, right? Some of it isn't pretty, no. Like the things that I've done in my life, I've done a lot of good, but I've also done some bad. And it's being able to be accountable for the times that, I think for me, the darkness that was the hardest for me to face was the fact that I gave people way too many chances when I shouldn't have. Because in some part of me I felt like if I loved them enough, I could change it. And that's where I faltered. I made a lot of bad decisions based off of not wanting to face the truth of situations. I kept putting myself in bad situations because I wanted different for the person, right? But having to face the fact that I couldn't heal them, they had to heal themselves. And the more that I was their crutch, the more that not only was I doing a disservice to myself, I was doing a disservice to them as well. So facing those darknesses will really open the light up, right? And then like the chariot, the dark and the light, that's what's going to get movement forward. So it looks like it's going to be a great year for you. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I really appreciate you guys so much. And if you're interested in the subscriber surprise, cannot say that, it's a tongue twister. All you have to do is be a subscriber of my channel, hit the like button, and then also in the comments, tell me what your New Year's resolution was, or what you like the most about this reading. Where do you feel this fits into your life, or how does it resonate with you, and I'll enter you in. I'm going to be doing the drawing for December's tonight, because it's New Year's Eve, but by the time you watch this video, it probably will not be. But anyways, I love you guys. I am grateful for each one of you. Thank you so much for helping my channel to grow and making 2023 such a beautiful, abundant year for me. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.